Hi guys, so today we're going to talk about an art form that I absolutely love, and that art form is called graffiti. And graffiti is a form of art that is usually done in the streets, it's usually done with spray paint, and it's usually illegal. But sometimes we can ask permission from the property owner to make art on their property, which is really cool when that happens. But today we're going to make our own paper graffiti. So in some countries, some buildings are like 500, 600, maybe even older than that years old, okay? So especially in Italy, like in Rome and Florence and things like that, where the buildings are really old, there's lots of artists there. But they respect that the buildings are historic and old, and they don't want to ruin the building. So what they do is they use paper and a water-soluble glue. So what that means is that they use paper, they create their work of art, and then they glue it to the wall. But this glue, when it rains, it ruins their artwork, but it pulls the artwork off the wall. That way it doesn't ruin, which is really cool. That's really responsible and respectful of something that's so historic, right? So today we're going to do something similar. We're not going to use glue, though, because glue can sometimes be messy. So we're going to make a work of art, and then, if you want to, we can take it out of your sketchbook, and we can take it out of your sketchbook, and we can use tape to tape it to the wall, okay? But if you want to keep it in your sketchbook, that's fine, too. It's going to die, so I'm going to plug it up really quickly. Alright. So, with that, though, what we're going to do today is our graffiti that we're doing. I have two options for you. The first option is just to pick something that you love and draw that in a graffiti style, okay? The second option is that lots of times graffiti is used to make a statement or to help change the world in some way. So you can either pick something that you love or pick something that you know is going to make some sort of a statement, okay, or change the world in some way. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to close my eyes if I need to, and if you need to pause the video, you can, but you can close your eyes and think about what you're going to create or what you're going to make, okay? So if you need to pause the video and do that, that's totally fine, okay? But I've already decided what I'm going to make. So I'm going to start with my pencil, and I'm going to draw a light until I get it right, okay? So what I'm going to start with is right now, we are doing a donut fundraiser where we're selling different kinds of donuts. So I'm going to draw a donut for mine, okay? Because that's going to help us, because we're trying to earn money for a new playground, right? So I'm going to start with a circle for my donut, and I'm going to draw a donut in a graffiti type style. Oh, you guys can't see that. Okay, I'm actually going to draw with a marker, but you all use a pencil to start with, okay? So I'm going to start with a circle. Right, and then I need to draw a small circle inside, okay? And graffiti, what they like to do, graffiti artists, they like to let paint drip, right? So I'm going to pretend that this is icing that's dripping here. Come on. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make my donut look a little more 3D. I'm going to make my icing round, but I'm going to put like some cool kind of sprinkles, okay? It's going to have some drippity drips. Okay, and then what you're going to do after you have it drawn is you're going to color it. All right, and I know this is kind of hard to do, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So graffiti artists like to have lots of little drips. They like to do lots of kind of bubbly type things. I don't know. There's lots of different types of things we can do. If we need to look up different graffiti art, that's perfectly fine too, right? And there's not really any rules in art class. As long as you're behaving, you know, it's totally fine. Whatever kind of art you want to make. There's no rules when it comes to making art. So some sprinkles. You know what? Do any of you all know Titus Light? He's a kindergartner at Anderson, and I guarantee you that he would love this artwork. So if you know him and you see him, be like, hey, you need to talk to Miss Miller and see her donut she made, her graffiti donut. Right. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with, I'm going to use the slider color brown. I'm going to color. Actually, I'm going to make this the color of my donut. And to make my donut look 3D, I actually need to add a rounded part here too. I'm going to add some drippies inside there. Okay. So you all, of course, don't have to do a donut. You can do something that's more meaningful to you. And I would hope that you would do something that's more meaningful to you. So maybe if you want to stop bullying, you can do some sort of artwork that's about that, right? Or if you would, you know, if there's something else that's important to you, like your puppies. My puppy's really important to me. I make lots of art about my puppies, right? Or something that you're afraid of, even. I'm terrified of cats. Cats just scare me. I don't know why. They have sandpaper tongues, and I just don't think it's okay. And cats, you know, they can live on the wild by themselves. Dogs, they need human interaction, and they don't do very well in the wild by themselves. So that's why I think dogs should be inside and cats should be outside. But I know some of you all will be so upset with me because I said that. I'm just afraid of cats. I don't know why. Just like some of you all are afraid of other things, and you don't know why, you know? So see, I made this mistake here where I used the lighter color. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to color over it, and I'm just going to turn that mistake into something beautiful. Okay? And actually here, I'm not coloring in my sprinkles very well, because I'm going to go back and add more color because I just don't think that's a good color for my sprinkles. So, we all have a different, form of art that we absolutely love. And graffiti is one of mine that I love. I'm not good at graffiti. I've never actually done real graffiti with spray paint. But I'm not very good at painting with spray paint. I have tried that before. But, I love looking at graffiti. And, I got the chance to go to Italy right before I started teaching here at Anderson. And with that, we went to a ton of museums when we were there, and we learned a lot about the Italian culture. But we walked out of one of these galleries. It was my favorite. It was the Academia Gallery, and it has lots and lots of sculptures and things. But when you walk outside the gallery, when I was there, there was some graffiti that was on the wall. And my best friend and I at the time, we just decided that we were going to follow the graffiti. Because lots of the graffiti had arrows and things. So we started following the graffiti, and we followed it for 2 or 3 hours. And we were lost. We had no idea where we were. We knew we were in Florence, Italy. That was all we knew. And we finally found where all these arrows were pointing to, all these graffiti arrows. And when we got there, it was this huge graffiti gallery. And what that means is that there was all this graffiti that was all over the walls. And there was this, I'll show you a picture. There was this huge dinosaur, and there was this purple avatar, and it was just so meaningful and so cool to see. And we actually stumbled upon one of the artists who was painting there in that gallery. And when he seen us, he ran away because he didn't want anyone to know who he was. But it's just so cool that they're making this art, and they don't really want anyone to know who they are that's making it, but they have such powerful meanings behind it. So it's really cool to see. So, I'm going to go back in and color my sprinkles and things, but, as you're going, after you get it completely done, I like to cut out all this white space around it. That way, whenever we tape it to the wall, it just looks like it's on the wall, and it doesn't look like a white piece of paper that's taped to it, okay? So you all keep coloring, and I'm going to go ahead and cut mine out so you can see what it looks like while we're sitting here. So I have another video that you all can do if you want to, and it is about making a tag sign. And a tag sign is how graffiti artists sign their work. And lots of times graffiti artists, they use anonymous names. So one of my favorite graffiti artists, his name is Banksy. But no one knows who Banksy is. Because he likes to stay anonymous. He makes these humongous graffiti pieces. Some of them are like 24 feet tall. It's so cool, but he does it all over the world. So there's some in Italy, there's some here in the United States, in New York, and Texas, and Alabama. There's some that are in Paris, there's some that are in England. They're all over the world. So it's really cool. He's one of the most famous graffiti artists. So like I said, he doesn't sign his real name. He uses a different name, a secret name. He uses Banksy. So, but there's a video about making tag signs or making a signature for your graffiti artwork. It's on my YouTube channel, but if you're doing this lesson, I'll probably have you do the tag sign lesson another day here soon. Okay, so there is my donut. I'm going to finish coloring it, and I can't wait to see how all your house looks. Have a great day, guys.